Chances are you or a loved one have experienced a 2 week Minecraft phase. Wait, that sounds like a freaking commercial to sue someone.
Attention! If you or a loved one was diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be in...
Well, anyways, you all start up a world, get in there, start playing, and you get in and enjoy and blah blah blah. And it only lasts 2 weeks, and you're like, oh my god, I've had to love this game my whole life, and I've been able to play it for months before, and it just, recently I can only play it for 2 weeks. And that was me. That was totally me. But I found a new way that I think you can expand the 2 week phase and make your worlds come to life and be so much more fun, which I share in this video. Maybe your 2 week phase looks like a modded world like this, where you want to experience many different mods that change the way the game is played. Maybe you just want to get on and enjoy some classic vanilla Minecraft. I think in my case, for example, my 2 week phase started in January of this year after Christmas time. I was just really longing to play Minecraft, but I wanted that old feel. So I started a beta Minecraft world after seeing a lot of old Minecraft videos, which inspired me to get back on this version. I think for me, getting back on the older version and seeing all these old textures, such as this eye-killing netherrack, really brought back a lot of nostalgia. It made me think about the older times when I would play the game. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking, and I thought this too myself. When I first started playing this version, I was like, it's not going to last that long. The typical 2 week phase is probably what the par for the course, but I found myself still playing this version 6 months later, and about 3 months in, I was like, man, maybe this old version, this is the way to go. But I kind of have a different opinion on that now, on why I stuck around on this version for so long. One of the first things I realized when I started playing this older version was how limited palette of blocks was for this version. You don't have all the new blocks as you do in the newer versions, which is obvious, but it kind of really opened my eyes onto what made this game so special in the first place when I first started playing it. I think in the newer versions, we just get so caught up in doing all the extracurricular things, as killing the Ender Dragon and killing the Wither and just doing all that stuff, getting elytras and flying around, that we kind of forget the core reason why we play this game and why this game was made in the first place. And that reason being was to build. I quickly realized that all you could do in this version was build and gather resources and build stuff. And I was like, this is weird. I haven't done this in forever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I always build whenever I make a Minecraft world or do that kind of stuff, but it kind of made me realize that that's what really made the game fun and enjoyable long term, was just to continuously add to your world and expand the lore of the world. I think we've gotten away from expanding worlds and playing on worlds long term, which is something that I am a victim of and a contributor of. But I told myself with this world, I'm going to add and expand until forever and keep playing on this world and not start new ones over. What this did for me was really make me think, and the added hardness of there being a limited amount of blocks you can use as a version really made me think out what I was going to do, and allowed me to use my creativity for some really cool things, even if they were simpler, such as little buildings like this. And what I came to realize again was that was actually fun, and that was actually what made the game fun when I first started playing it. For me, I started off in beta Minecraft 1.8.1 when I originally started playing the game, which was the first version they added creative, as you can see here. And this was the adventure update, so we had sprinting and all that stuff, so and we had a lot more blocks than we did in original beta Minecraft and alpha, but we still had a very limited amount of stuff we could use, which made the game, and being new and not knowing how to do anything, also made it a lot more difficult, and use my imagination a little bit, because I couldn't really create really elaborate houses and stuff just because I was so new to the game and didn't know how to do stuff. But I think playing on the older versions, even older than this, and bringing back that thought process of, okay, let's play the game and use my imagination, as if it was a long time ago. I think that really made the game a lot fun for me. The point in the comparison I'm trying to make from when I first started to now, and why I think the 2-week phase only lasts 2 weeks, is because we're not giving ourselves enough challenge. We're not giving ourselves enough brain power and imagination and creativity. And I think we've lost that a lot. And I think once you start to implement that back into your game and into your worlds, you're going to enjoy the game a lot. It might be hard at first just to get back in that mindset, but trust me, once you get over it, it makes it so much better. I was able to play on this world and just expand it and use my imagination. Like, I started off over at this little village, and I told myself this is where, like, you know, the settlers of the world started, and they built like houses. And there's like, I have this boat built over here, for example, where I told myself this is where they sailed in and built this kind of stuff. And it sounds crazy that, you know, you're just making this stuff up in your mind, but think about when you were a kid and you'd play the game. Like, you'd just be making stuff up in your mind on why stuff was that. And I mean, I'm 26 years old, and I started playing this game when I was like 13 or 12, and I kind of brought that imagination and fun back into the game. You got to make the game hard for yourself. You got to just keep working and working and working at it. And I think by doing that, it actually makes it fun again, oddly enough. And that's really what I'm emphasizing in this video. Even if you don't want to play the older versions, I really encourage you to start up anew, even on the most up-to-date version of the game. And just consider the things such as the end and even enchanting or the wither or that kind of stuff as an added thing. I'm saying don't not do those things, but make building your #1 priority. Make expanding your world and putting lore to your world and making stories is, if you know, using that creativity, the main focus. I think that will really expand the longevity of your game, because I know we all love this game. We all love playing it. We wonder why we can only play it for a couple weeks at a time without getting bored. And from my understanding and my experiences, that is why, because we don't put an emphasis on world building, creating lore, and just putting love into the world. We just try to do things as fast as possible, and this and that. And I think that it defeats the core purpose of the game. And I'm not one of those people that don't like the new versions and don't like the new additions, because I do. I think they're great. But I think we just have to really ground ourselves and bring it back in to realize what this game originally was meant to be, and that was building. Something else that I found really fun, which wasn't for everyone, and I wouldn't expect everyone to do this, but start creating content that's Minecraft based. I think that was really cool. In early YouTube was like, everyone would just get on and share stuff, like share their world, share, you know, ideas, share builds. And I think it's so, like, disheartening. You know, we have all these videos that just, everyone's just trying to compete to get the most views and do this and do that. And I think it really took the life out of the game a lot. And I would really encourage people just to start making the basic videos again. Just get on, talk about your world, talk about the game, and what you like and things you share that are cool. You don't have to have flashy stuff and editing and all that. And that's what I started to do. I started making like really easygoing videos and just sharing my thoughts and my world and that kind of stuff. And it really made the game a lot more fun and enjoyable in that aspect as well. But I think to wrap this video up, I thought I'd get on our Minecraft Beta 1.7.3 server, which you can join by getting into Discord and participating in that, and then you can be added to this server. Another thing would be to take the same thing I said before and apply it with friends. And I think that really worked well with our group of guys and girls on Discord here. Our first server was actually, we did it on just normal Minecraft up to date. And now we've expanded it to beta. We wanted to do a beta server. And on the newer version of the server, we created a town, had a mayor, had all this like cool stuff. We didn't use any mods or any plugins. And we played it for months, and it was fun. We had a great time. And we kind of wanted to go back to beta. Not that we got bored of that. We just wanted a new we always want to do beta, and we finally found a service online that hosted a beta server we could use. So we did that, and we kind of have the same thing going. We have a town going, we have all this stuff, all these buildings, lore, mayor, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. And that's what I encourage you to do if you want to do it with friends as well. Just take the same thing I said before and make a server and do that, and I think you'll really, an emphasis on building and like architecture and all that stuff. I think it really does go a long way. So I'm going to end the video with that. Join Discord, join that. I hope you guys found value in this. I always had these thoughts in my mind about the game. I never really could put it into fruition, but I think this video kind of gets the point across. So hopefully you guys like this. A little bit more edited than usual, but nothing special, nothing over the top. Just kind of wanted to get that point out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And as usual, God bless you guys and have a great day.